Good evening, you're watching KiniNews and I'm your host Prasad. A new alignment could be in the works between non-BN parties. However, is Harapan desperate enough to get in bed with the same people who lost them Putrajaya? Probably depends on how much Muhyiddin is regretting the Sheraton move.
Bersatu has given a mandate for its president Muhyiddin Yassin to conduct talks with other parties to form a new alignment. Bersatu Information Chief Wan Saiful Wan Jan said it was vital for Bersatu and Perikatan Nasional to form a pact that could defeat PN in the next election. Moreover, he said both PN and Pakatan Harapan were aware that if they did not unite, BN would stand to benefit. He said although there is nothing concrete yet, all parties in PN and Harapan are open to discussions on forming a new political alignment. Wan Saiful also said Harapan chairperson and PKR president Anwar Ibrahim has revealed that such discussions are taking place. In recent weeks, Muhyiddin held discussions with Anwar, Pejuang chairperson Dr. Mahathir Mohamad and Warisan president Muhammad Shafiq Abdal over a possible pact. Muhyiddin had since clarified that he had embarked on meetings with leaders of non-BN parties because the results of the Johor and Malacca election showed that BN only won those two elections due to the opposition vote being split. He said the majority had voted against BN in those two elections because they were against kleptocratic leaders.
Zuraida can jump. We've all seen how she jumped from PKR to Bersatu and now Bersatu to PBM. But did you know she could also fly? Not only was she accepted as a member of PBM, the party wants to make her president.
Parti Bangsa Malaysia has accepted Ampang MP Zuraida Kamaruddin as a member. Not only that, the party has immediately elevated her to president-designate.
Biro Politik dan Majlis Tertinggi PBM juga telah berbincang dan sebulan suara membuat keputusan untuk mengangkat Yang Berhormat Dato' Hajar Zuraida Kamaruddin sebagai president-designate.
At a press conference today, PBM President Larry Sung also said the Supreme Council will meet again soon to amend the party constitution to allow a smooth leadership transition.
A past minister has received a lesson from the Sultan of Selangor himself on how to differentiate between religion and culture.
Selangor ruler Sultan Sharafuddin Idris Shah has called on Religious Affairs Minister Idris Ahmad to attend the Bon Orderi celebration on July 16th in Shah Alam. He said this was so that the past leader could understand the difference between religion and culture. The state ruler also said he does not want the minister to use the platform of the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia, JAKIM, to make statements that are misleading and inaccurate, which could affect the image and reputation of JAKIM. This comes after a public backlash in response to comments made by Religious Affairs Minister Idris Ahmad. Idris had warned Muslims against participating in the Bon Orderi festival. According to Idris, research conducted by the Department of Islamic Development Malaysia confirmed that Bon Orderi contained influences from non-Islamic religions. However, the Sultan said the Bon Orderi celebration in Malaysia is more of a cultural festival that showcases the traditional culture of the Japanese people. The Sultan also informed that he himself had attended the celebration of the festival in 2016. And through his observation, the Bon Orderi celebration did not involve religious ceremonies or rituals. After a 2-year hiatus, the Bon Orderi festival will be held on July 16, 2022, at Complex Sukarnegara in Shah Alam. One of the festival's co-organizers, the Japan Club of Kuala Lumpur, had issued a statement yesterday, saying that the festival is a cultural event held as an effort to promote and strengthen the friendship between Japan and Malaysia. While the festival will primarily feature Japanese cultural performances, they noted that Malaysian dance performances coordinated by Tourism Selangor would also be introduced to the local Japanese people.
Zaid continues to make his case for why the election should be held soon. According to him, it's the most democratic thing to do.
UMNO President Ahmad Zahid Hamidi has accused the opposition of objecting to snap elections, despite being critical of the present government. He said the current government was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement. Zahid said this is because the previous administration collapsed after 22 months. Now that elections can be held, he said the most democratic thing to do now is to establish a new stable government. He is among one faction of UMNO leaders who have repeatedly spoken in favour of having fresh parliamentary elections soon. However, the current term only expires on July 15th next year. Those in favour of early elections believe that BN's good performance during the Johor and Malacca state elections provided the necessary momentum for the coalition to do well during the parliamentary elections. However, some UMNO figures such as Nasri Abdul Aziz and Anwar Musa believe BN should wait a bit longer in order to be better prepared.
The anti-hopping bill will have to wait until July 18th because the government will not be calling a special meeting before that date.
There will be no special meeting of the Dewan Rakyat for the new bill on laws restricting MPs from switching parties. Instead, the bill will be tabled during the scheduled second meeting of the Dewan Rakyat for this year, which begins on July 18th. In a statement, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, Wan Tuanku Jaafar, said he was informed today that Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob made this decision because many MPs will be abroad on official business between early and mid-July. He said, for example, there are 2 parliamentary select committees that will be abroad during that period. Under Standing Order 11(3), the Prime Minister can convene a meeting of the Dewan Rakyat with a 14-day notice. If a notice was issued today, the Dewan Rakyat can convene on June 24th. As the bill involves amendments to the Federal Constitution, Ismail Sabri will require 148 MPs to pass it. So far, there are no parties that have publicly objected to the bill. Wan Junaidi said the Prime Minister also cited cost savings as another reason for not holding the special sitting. He said that although there will not be a special meeting, MPs will have more time to scrutinise the bill during the regular meeting scheduled to begin on July 18.
Hand, foot and mouth disease cases are seeing a spike 28 times compared to the same period last year. However, cases are expected to drop in weeks.
The Health Ministry expects the number of hand, foot and mouth disease cases to decrease within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Health Minister Kari Jamaluddin said HFMD cases tend to be seasonal, and outbreaks of the disease usually start clearing up within a month.
Apabila ramai kanak-kanak terdedah kepada virus tersebut, maka dia akan jadi dia punya tahap imuniti akan naik dan dia akan turun bilangan kes, dan juga akan ada intervensi lah dari segi kebersihan kendiri, kebersihan taska, pusat-pusat asuhan dan sebagainya juga membantu.
Kari said this during a press conference in Hospital Sultana Bahia, Alor Serta Kedah today. He was there to attend the handing over ceremony for the donation of 19.3 million ringgit worth of medical devices from Japan to Malaysia today. HFMD is a viral disease that occurs mainly in children under 10 years of age, but can also affect older children and adults. At the end of May, 105 preschools and 75 nurseries under the Community Development Department were closed for 10 days due to the rise in HFMD cases.
Malaysia's football icon TMJ has announced his break from managing JDT. The Crown Prince of Johor, Tunku Ismail Sultan Ibrahim, has decided to take a step back and hand over the control of the Johor Darul Takzim Football Club to the top management of the club. In a post on the club's official Facebook page, Tunku Ismail said the decision was made due to his other responsibilities and commitments. He has been a driving force behind the development and growth of JDT since he took over ahead of the 2013 season. Under his leadership, JDT has been a game-changer in the Malaysian League. In his post today, Tunku Ismail also wished the club and everyone else all the best. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.